Jake here for American Muscle, and today I'm taking a look at this MP Concepts rear window louver in a matte black, fitting 2015 and newer Mustang fastbacks. A new take on a classic mod, this set of rear louvers for your S550 blends some of that old and new school style. It's definitely going to set your Mustang apart from the crowd for a pretty reasonable price. Nothing screams muscle car quite like a set of louvers, and rear window louvers like this one are pretty iconic still. Now this setup, however, takes things to a different level, incorporating some other aggressive stylistic elements. So instead of just being flat straight across like the traditional style, you've got these three big openings on either side, plus the more traditional 6-layer open slot design in the center. This is a bit of a fresh take on a tried and true louver formula, and it reminds me of something you might even find in nature, like a big cool tortoise shell. It keeps with that angular design language on the rest of the Mustang though, and having all this open area also means that your rearward visibility is going to stay pretty near fully intact. This is finished in a matte black that's going to look good against any paint color too, and it will complement the rest of your Mustang's trim and blend in if you've got some tint on your windows. The finish also means that it's not only going to look good, but it's going to be durable too. Now, not everybody wants to think about cleaning their car when we're talking about a cool modification. I know I certainly don't. But if you're going to drive your car daily with this louver on, you might be wondering how you can clean that window underneath, since that is rather important. Luckily, MP Concepts has thought of that. For easy cleaning, it features a convenient lift-off design. Just undo the nuts at the attachment point. You've got a bunch all around here. You can undo those by hand, so you don't need any tools to do it either, but we'll talk more about that in a moment. And since we were just talking about durability, it's worth noting that the construction here is injection molded ABS plastic, and this is designed to fit perfectly over the rear window on your Mustang. Now, ABS plastic is known to be lightweight and impact resistant, so this is perfect for a car that you drive every day. And again, you can mount it up with this matte black finish just as it comes out of the box, but if you wanted to paint it or go for something a little bit different in the future, you have the option to do that as well. Plastic will be a pretty good vessel for that. Coming in at just about $300, I think this represents pretty good value for money as far as louvers go. Now, these again are not made of aluminum like some of the really high-end ones, but for a stylistic upgrade, they still feature a nice finish, solid construction, and easy installation. So really, what more could you ask for? In regards to installation, this is going to be pretty darned easy. Installation gets an easy 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and it should take you about an hour. And you've got quite a bit of stuff included in the kit as well to help you get this on. Basically everything you need, short of actually cleaning the full window itself. So you've got alcohol prep pads in here, double-sided tape, a bunch of these little brackets here with the nut included on them, so the tape will go on the back here. You get that stuck on. Plus you also get some adhesion promoter and some foam blocks here to make sure that this doesn't rattle around. So again, you've got everything you needed here to make sure this is going to be solidly mounted on your car. And to give you all the details on it, let's head over to the install bay right now.
The tools you'll need for this project are some alcohol prep pads and an 8mm socket or an 8mm wrench. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of rear window louvers on our Mustang, so let's get started. All right, to get started, I highly recommend that you get some soft padding so that you can lay your louver down upside down on the padding so it doesn't get scratched. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of the mounting pads that has the nut attached to it, remove the nut, and insert it into the hole where it mounts. Now, the two bottom ones here that we're dealing with, once you install them, they will overhang the edge of the louver a little bit. So we install our mounting pad with the stud going through the bottom, and then you're going to attach the nut on the other side. Now, you don't want to over tighten these because it is all plastic. So if you over tighten it, it's going to break. So you just hand tighten it for now, and we'll do the other side right here. Like I said, you just attach the nut to the bottom or the top, depending on how you're looking at it. And like I said, for now, we're just going to hand tighten those to hold them in place. Now, once you've got them securely attached, we're going to use an alcohol pad just to make sure we clean the surface for our double-sided tape. Once it's dry, what you're going to do is take one of these double-sided tape mounting stickers, and you'll see there's a red side and a brown side. We're going to go ahead and remove the brown paper backing and carefully place that on the mounting pad so that everything lines up. I'll sure all the edges are lined up correctly, and just kind of press it down into place. Make sure that it's securely attached. Then we'll go ahead and do that for the other one that we just installed as well. And now you can go ahead and repeat that whole process for the rest of the mounting tabs. All right, now that we've got all of our mounting pads attached to the louver, you want to make sure that your rear window is clean. Now we've already cleaned our rear window, but now we're going to go across it with an alcohol pad just to make sure that everything is clear of any kind of contaminant that might prevent the tape from sticking to the window. So we're just going to use our pad, go around the edge in the general area where the mounting pad is going to stick to the window, and just make sure that you get a good wipe down on it so that everything is clear. So you want to go around the top as well, because it will be attaching up there. So just make sure that you go around the whole window, and then we can go ahead and install our louver. Now that we're giving our alcohol some good time to dry, we can go ahead and peel the red backing off of our double-sided tape on all of our mounting pads so that we can go ahead and lay it on the window. We're just going to grab the corner and peel it back. And now you can do that same process for all the rest of the mounting tabs. Now with the backing removed from all of our mounting tabs, we can go ahead and lay the louver on the window. Now you want to make sure that you line the top edge up with the top edge of the window, and you want to center it from side to side. So you don't want to lay the whole thing down at one time. Just make sure that the top edge is lined up the way you want it. Make sure that you've got it centered. So it's always a good idea to test fit this beforehand so you know approximately where it's going to sit. Now once you've got it centered, you go ahead and press down on the edges just to make sure that it stays. So now we're going to go around the edge where all of our mounting pads are at, press it down, give it a nice firm pressure, make sure that it's actually adhering. And at this point, we can go ahead and use our 8mm socket to go ahead and tighten these down for good. We'll go ahead and tighten them down with our 8mm socket. Again, remembering that these are plastic, so you do not want to over tighten them. Now once you've got them tight to where they're snug and there's no movement, go ahead and repeat that process for all the rest of your mounting nuts. Now the kit also comes with these insulation pads here, and where these go is right in the center of the rear window louvers, and that'll help prevent rattling as you're driving down the roads at high speed. So to install these, all you're going to do is remove the backing from the pad while the louver is on the car. You want to do this. Then you're going to slide this rubber insulator up underneath the blade until it stops. Once it stops, then you're going to lift it up and press it into place. That way it's firmly attached to the louver blade. And you want to do this for all the rest of the blades as well, and that'll prevent it from rattling when you're driving down the road. And that wraps up our review and install of the MP Concepts rear window louvers in the matte black finish for the 2015 to current Mustang Fastback. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.